I'm doing a cargo trailer conversion. I figured before I get everything covered up and put in, I would show the before so I can show an after. I have everything insulated, put in blue board, and then house wrap, just regular house wrap for a vapor barrier. I'll be putting in a DIY ammo can wood stove for heat. On my countertops I have just some regular wood flooring that I got on a house rental that I redid and sold. One of the best tools I've found for doing everything in the unsquare trailer so far is that right there, the level and the pencil. Tape measure, and that pretty much gets all these odd corners and hard to figure out angles to cut and get in there right without too much hassle. Turned out pretty good with just that. I stopped the countertop there because I'm doing concrete board on the shelf and gonna put a piece on the back wall for the rocket stove. It's gonna go up and pipe up through there. Minimalist on my wires. I'm only gonna have a plug in on this side. Probably put it in here when the wood's done so I can put one plug in for the air conditioner, and the other plug up here is going to come down, put it in here and put a receptacle in so I can plug in a 7-way jumper and just plug what I need to into that. What I have to go in yet is going to be the Powwow. It's by New Power. It's a 1500 watt inverter. F-Ever MPPT solar charger. I got the 60 amp because I figured, well, everybody says you start out and you want more, so I went big with that. And I'm doing a AC unit on drawer slides like Slim Shady. That's SH8TY. He did one in his trailer conversion I really like, so I'm going with that. Everything I'm doing in here, there's the concrete board that I'm putting up, nothing fancy, just what you use for subfloors, but everything I've used in here so far has been repurposed from somewhere else. The blue board, chunks of wood, 2x4s I've saved. There's my little construction area, so nothing too fancy, nothing too elaborate in my setup, just all the little power tools I had for working on my rentals before I sold them. The main thing for me was going to be getting AC in here and be off-grid totally. Under the cabinets, I haven't put anything in under there yet because I haven't got my sink and my 12-volt pump. I'm going to wire some 12-volt wires to the front and put a regular pump in there so I have good pressure. And until I get everything put in, I'm not going to do cross braces and build shelf doors on there because I don't know how big I'm going to make them yet until I get everything fitted. So for right now, I got my countertop in and I can be working on stuff for the stove and tidying up on what I can until everything comes and gets shipped in here. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be too hot. I have a couple of rescue dogs. There's one of them right there. That's Ransom. I got him. Neighbor was starving him. He was about 12 pounds when he somehow got loose from his 4-foot rope tied to a gas meter, and I laid a trail of food out to the house, up the steps and into the living room, and hid behind the couch with the door tied with a rope around it. And when he come in eating the food trail, I closed the door behind him, and that's been going on 4 years now. He's my little buddy and I'm not going to go anywhere without him. So making sure I have air conditioner for him, and I have another female rescue dog I took in, and she's in the house right now. But I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. Everybody's seen insulation, so I didn't bother putting that on there. I pulled all the wires out that were hanging here on the inside and tucked them back around the rails, and you see where there's a bunch of little screws from the outside in. When I get done, I'm going to take some spray foam and spray foam over the screw heads so I don't have to worry about them poking wires. Taped all the nuts up that I took these little plastic deals apart and pulled my wires to feed them through, put them back together and taped them up. Reuse everything I can. You get $10, $20 to death with little parts and pieces doing this, I found out real quick. Here's where my wires come out. I'm going to put my electronics down there. I've got 8 of the 3.2 280 amp hour Eve cells. I'm going to put that in. I should have real close to 7 kilowatts of battery storage, so I shouldn't have a problem with enough electricity for my AC. I've got 4 210 watt panels going to go on the roof on ladder racks, and I'm going to attempt to do a Luke Fugate style battery lift system on it, so I don't have to get up there and prop them up, so I can maximize. I really need about 1200, but don't have room for it, so 840 is the best I got. Hopefully when I get done I'm able to make the back door into a patio. Over here when you come in, I'm going to attempt to do a Murphy's bed, so it's going to be a twin, fold up here when it's not in use. On this side right here I'll have a bench seat that comes back probably to about here, around 4 feet, so I've got a bench seat and the bed will be there. I have an indoor fridge freezer going to go in right about here where this line is. Deep freezer turned into a fridge, run it off of 120, and then here in the back little section, it'll go over pretty much from this panel to the door. I'll have a shower. I'm going to do a PVC pipe square, hang it down, put a shower curtain on it so I can roll the shower curtain up behind it and put it against the wall. Then when I want to shower, fold it out, Velcro it up here to the roof so I can close the shower curtain, and have a doggy pool down there that has a drain in it. And then when I'm done, roll up the doggy pool, flip that back, and have plenty of room back here with some of them as seen on TV magic curtains to keep the bugs out on the door so I can keep it opened up. But that's pretty much the rough-in. On here I'm going to put just regular household plug wires because my inverter has a spot for 4 plug-ins. So one for the AC, one for the strip plug-in extension, and what else? I'm going to put one probably back here just so I have one for the refrigerator. Yep, right there. There's the one for the deep freezer chest. Going to be turned into a refrigerator by putting a thermostat control on it. Hopefully I can keep the food frozen in the bottom and my condiments and cheese and whatnot warm on the top so it isn't froze. Hopefully my mayo don't turn into liquid. But I think that's about it. Next time I get something up and get it done, I get my window in. Oh, Wrecking Pro. I tried 6 times, emails, called them trying to get their baggage door passed through, and man, I couldn't get an answer from them. So Parts RV International, I'll get the name, RV Parts International or something like that. I found they have the same cargo door. You can get any color pretty much you're going to need. I wanted to go with red. Wrecking Pro didn't have it. They give you the measurements. The lady I talked to was named Trina on the phone. She was a very nice person, easy to work with. Give me the measurements I needed. Got the window ordered. That'll be about 6 weeks. So by then, hopefully I have my stove put together, the stove pipes in, my concrete backboard up and painted, and working on getting that all tidied up, and hopefully by then my water pipes and stuff are in. But I just wanted to mention, if you're going with Rec Pro, I've been waiting 4 weeks now for my ladder racks to come in, and tried for 2 weeks to get an answer on color choices on there. They got a lot of good stuff, but for me, it was hard to find out any information that was going to work when you're kind of planning stuff that you don't know how the exact measurements, inside dimension, outside dimension. Go with RV Parts Nation, and that's it, RV Parts Nation, and it was nice and easy, and they were very friendly. So just my advice. I don't know, other people might have had good workings with them, but I just wanted to add, if you're going to do a slide out on a drawer slide AC, put a window in, anything like that, they're a little more expensive, but a lot easier to deal with. So hopefully next time I got some stuff done and it's looking better in here and I can get it tidied up. I'm not going to do the insulation on the roof until last, because I want to make sure I have all my electrics run and whatever lights I'm going to go with figured out. My stovepipe is going to go in up there, get all that done before I bother with insulation. But not too much of a video. I just kind of wanted to show the before and what I was doing. Hopefully keep it minimalist and won't cost me nothing for the material. I've got a lot of scrap, so other than buying a $16 stove and a couple hundred a piece on that stuff, hopefully I get this done pretty cheap. Thank you for watching.